You're sitting at your kitchen table. The light is low. Your phone is face down because you already know what's on the screen. You did the math earlier, then you did it again. It didn't change. This was not supposed to be your life. You have a degree, you have a job, you have the title that sounds impressive at family dinners. But right now, tonight, you have $134 left until Friday, and you're exhausted from pretending that everything is fine. It started so differently. You remember the day that you got the offer letter. You read it 3 times. Then you called your mom. That number, that salary felt like proof. Proof that the hard years meant something. Proof that you had finally made it. For a few weeks, maybe a few months, life felt exactly the way they promised. Then the statements came. The student loan, the car payment, the rent in the only neighborhood close enough to make the commute work, the credit card you told yourself was just for emergencies. Until every month became an emergency. You earn more than you ever have. And somehow, you're still here. At this table at 11:47 p.m., watching your account like it's on life support. This video is for you, not the polished version of you that shows up on LinkedIn, the real one, the one sitting right here, right now. Because what you're feeling right now, that quiet panic, that frustration you can't quite name, that's not failure. That's the moment everything starts to change. You don't have a spending problem, you have an awareness problem. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, before the coffee, before the emails, you open your banking application. You scroll, you actually look. Not to punish yourself, not to feel bad, just to see. The food delivery at 1 a.m. last Thursday, the subscription you forgot you had, the roundup charges that seem like nothing until you add them all together. You sit with it, and for the first time, you see exactly where the month went. This is the moment most people skip because looking feels dangerous. Looking makes it real. But here's what you realize sitting here, phone in hand, in the quiet of your morning. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. And now you're facing it. You already have more power than you did yesterday. Stop living on what you make. Start living on what you keep. It's payday. The number hits your account, and for about 4 minutes, you feel rich. Then the rent comes out, then the car, then the insurance, and you're back at rationing. But this time, before anything else moves, you do something different. You transfer $150 to a separate account, one you don't look at, one that isn't connected to your daily spendings. It feels uncomfortable, like you can't afford it. But here's what happens, you adjust. You figure out the month with what's left. You always do. 3 months later, you check the account for the first time. $450. It's not a fortune, but it's yours. Completely yours. And nobody, no bill, no emergency, no weak moment took it from you. That feeling is the foundation of everything that comes next. There's a number you don't say out loud. Not to your friends, not to your family, maybe not even to yourself. It lives on a credit card statement you open once a month and close just as fast. Tonight, you open it and you don't close it. You look at the balance, you look at the minimum payment, and then you look at something most people never check, the interest charge. That number, that small, quiet number at the bottom. That's what the bank makes off you every single month for the privilege of owing them money. You feel something shift. Not shame, not panic. Anger. Good. Use it. You pick the smallest balance you have, and every extra dollar, every skip dinner out, every no to a night you cannot afford, go straight at it. The day that balance hits zero, you move to the next one by one, like dominoes. Slow at first, then faster than you thought possible. The trap you walked into without knowing. 6 months ago, you got a raise. You deserved it. You earned it. So you upgraded your apartment. Nothing crazy, just a little more space, a little better neighborhood. Then the car needed work and you figured, why not just upgrade that too? And restaurants. Not every night, just more often than before. Now it's 6 months later, and you're just as tight as before, just at a higher number. You're sitting with that realization now. This is lifestyle inflation, and it got you the same way it gets almost everyone, quietly, gradually, disguised as reward. From now on, every raise, every bonus, every extra dollar, half goes to your future before you ever feel it in your spending. You don't upgrade the life until you've upgraded the foundation. Looking wealthy and building wealth are two completely different games. You just choose which one you're playing. The day you stop relying on one paycheck. It's Tuesday afternoon. You're at your desk, headphones in, and you overhear something. Layoffs. Another round. 3 people from your floor. Your stomach drops. Not because you're next, but because you realize if you were, you'd have maybe 6 weeks before everything falls apart. 1 income, 1 point of failure. That night, you open your laptop and you start. Not a grand plan, not a startup, just a skill you already have. Offer it to someone who needs it. The first $200 you make outside of your paycheck feels different from any biggest salary you've ever received because you made it on your own terms. That's not just extra money. That's the beginning of never feeling your stomach drop again. You've been telling yourself you'll start when you have more. More money, more knowledge, more certainty. But that morning never comes on its own. So you sit down, you open an account, you put in $75. It feels almost embarrassing, $75. But then you look at a compound interest calculator. You type in $75 a month. You type in 30 years. You stare at the number on the screen. And you understand, for the first time really understand, why starting today matters more than starting perfectly. You're not going to wait anymore. You press confirm. And just like that, your money starts working while you sleep. That wall you build before you need it. 3 months from now, something happens. Your car breaks down, $1,100. All you would have felt that familiar panic, that frantic calculation, the credit card you swore you wouldn't touch. But this time, you got that separate account, the one you've been quietly building, and you paid. Just like that, no panic, no debt, no setback. You close the laptop and you go about your day. That's it, that's the feeling. No luxury, no yacht, no penthouse. Just the quite unshakable knowledge that when life hits, and it will hit, you don't break. That's what real wealth feels like in the beginning. And it's available to you right now. Start tonight. It's late, but you're still here. And that matters more than you know. Because most people felt like you felt tonight. That frustration, that hunger, and they changed the channel. You didn't. You don't need to fix everything tonight. You just need to fix one thing, then another. One decision, one transfer, one payment, one step. And slowly, then suddenly everything looks different. Your account looks different. Your mornings feel different. You feel different. Not because luck found you, because you decided. If this hits home, subscribe to Prestige and Lux. Every week, I come back with the blueprint, the mindset, the moves. Not for the people who had it easy, for the ones who decided. See you next week.